From the cross to hell and back. Did you hear that? That was the source. She sang the alto part, all right? She sang the melody, the soprano voice, and I went back to my tenor, the lowest part. Now, I want us to make it sound good. I mean, it sounds good already, but let's add some nuances, okay? Like crescendo. And you notice how we started at the same time and ended at the same time? That's how you keep your harmonies clean. Now, are you ready? Let's add crescendo to cross, right? Agree? Cross. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, go. From the cross to hell and back. Let's do it again. Let's deep down a lot more, okay? 1, 2, go. From the cross to hell and back. Woo! That was good. The way we landed at the same time. I like it.
If you can talk, you can sing. There is really nothing to it.
Breathe in, breathe out, add a little vibrato. Yes, anyone can sing, but you gotta be consistent.
Know your do re mi is just like 1, 2, 3.
You will be the best and you will sing so well. It's time to sing with Frank at TBL.
Hello everybody, you are welcome to today's video. Now hear me out, hear me out. I want to teach you a vocal harmony you've probably heard in countless songs. It is one that makes your vocal harmonies sound rich and sophisticated without actually being difficult to sing. Yeah, that's right. Something you can start applying now to your harmonies to sound amazing. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create this type of harmony in your own singing. The harmony we're looking at today is called suspended vocal harmony. And there are two main types, the Sus2 and the Sus4. Sus is short for suspended. So we have the Sus2 and the Sus4. And we're going to take a look at each one with practical examples. So there is a vocal harmony that you've heard in so many songs that instantly makes vocal harmonies sound more interesting, but it is surprisingly simple to use. First, let's look at the Sus2 vocal harmony. Now, in the Sus2 vocal harmony, remember, harmony is made up of notes you sing at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna be working on a triad kind of harmony. A triad kind of harmony only have 3 parts, and the 3 parts are the melody, the tenor, and the alto. Okay, so that's what we're gonna be working on. That's all we need. Okay, so just imagine we have 5 notes. I always tell you, when you think about harmony, think about intervals. Okay, so let's say this is the first one, do. So we have do, re, mi, fa, sol, right? So the first one is the do. The second one, you have to skip the re. You have to skip the second one and go to the third one. So we have this and then this. And then we have to skip this one and go to this one to have the third one. So altogether we have 3 harmonies. So the Sus2 moves like this. So at some point in the harmony, now remember, when we have this kind of interval, most of the harmony is going to be based on this kind of, interval or gap between the notes, where you have this one here, you have a gap, and then you have the next one, and then you have a gap, and then you have the next one. Okay, so most of the song is going to be based on this kind of harmony. But once in a while, maybe 20% of the song or maybe 10% of the song, you find an area where you'd hear this kind of harmony. Not in every song, but in some songs. So here's how it works. The Sus2. The Sus2 means the third note, which is the mi, is gonna change to the second. So it's gonna move down to the second. And look what that does. It comes so close to the first note. And then we have the 5th still there, right? Good. And it feels amazing. It creates tension or suspense Now, this re here gives the harmony a more open, airy sound. Unlike the sus4 we're going to talk about shortly, a sus2 doesn't always feel as though it needs to resolve. Now, in the sus4, instead of this 3 going here, which is the second note, the 3 is going to go to the 4th. Okay, so this is going to move here, sus4. So when you hear this kind of suspended chord, the sus4, it usually resolves back to the 3rd. So when it goes to the 4th, it usually comes back to the 3rd. But that's not the case of the sus2. The sus2 doesn't always feel as though it needs to return to the 3rd. It can stay there and there. Now take a listen to this with some practical example, and I'll be right back. An interval is the distance in pitch between two notes. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean using the solfa notation. So let's demonstrate interval. All right. So the first one is do, and that's Hazel. Okay. By the way, she's Hazel and she's Tails. All right. So I'm gonna be do, re, mi. So imagine there's a re between us, right? We're not gonna use it. Okay. So that's what interval actually means. So between the first note and the second note, there's a space. All right. Do, mi, and then after the mi, you guys should know right now, by now, what the next note is. Fa. That's the 4th note, okay? You can either use numbers or solfege. So if you are the do, so you're number what? Number 1, exactly. Uno. I like that. And then the re would have been 2, but we don't need the 2 right now. We want to form a basic harmony. Remember, triad. All right. Okay. So the number 3 with me. Number 4, fa, and then she's gonna be 5, right? So we have do, mi, so. All right. So that's basic harmony. Okay. So we have do, mi, so, but because they are different vowels, different shape, different words, we're gonna replace it with ha or who. Which one is better? Which one should we use? Which one do you prefer? Who. Let's use who because it's soft and mild. Who. So you ready? Remember who, who, who. All right, 1, 2, go. Who. Now the melody doesn't always start on the do, or the melody is not always on do. The melody moves. So what if we are in a place where the melody is a fa? I just want to show you how it works, okay? So she's do, fa. She's not going to be the fa. And she's still number 1, okay? So when you form your harmony, the first one is always the 1, which is the melody, okay? The 1. Now, it could invert. There's inversion, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video. Fa, la, fa, la, do, ah. Okay, that's your new. Yeah, so that's your new note. All right. So ready? What's it? Good. So ready? 1, 2, go. Now that's different from what we did the first time, okay? But let's go back to the first one. Okay, so now here's the point of this harmony, is to show you a kind of beautiful harmony you would hear sometimes when groups or choirs sing and you're like, oh, what did they do there? This is where I'm going to show it to you and you're going to understand it, okay? Now what we're using is what we call close harmony, okay? Close harmony means they're not too far apart. They're close together. You see, after the do is the re, and then mi, and then fa, and then so. If we want an open harmony, okay, we will have the do, we won't have the mi, we perhaps would have the so, and then I will then come in at the upper octave or the lower octave. So it's so spread out. But again, that's not the focus of this video, all right? So what if I decide to drift to the 2? You get it? Remember, I'm the 3. I'm the mi. You're do, ooh, do, mi, so. What if I decide to be the re? So, ooh. So I'm going to be ooh. Same thing, don't move yours, okay? U. Good. Ready? So 1, 2, go. Did you notice the difference? Let's do the previous one again. All right. The first one again. The same thing. You guys are not moving, okay? 1, 2, go. Did you notice the difference? So the one where I dropped to the 2 created suspense. That's why it's called sus. Suspended. It's suspended. Now, let's talk about the sus4 vocal harmony. A sus4 chord replaces the third of a major or a minor vocal harmony with the fourth, just like I explained. The basic one we have is 1, 3, and 5. The notes are 1, the third, and the 5. So like I said before, the third moves to the fourth to form a sus4. That's where the name comes from. So a sus2 means it's suspended with the second note. So the third moves to the 2. Remember, this is do, re, mi, fa, sol. Alternatively, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the third becomes the second in sus2. In sus4, the third becomes the fourth. Okay, that's where you get the name from. Very simple, right? Now, this fourth here creates tension because it's close to the mi that normally defines the chord. It's close to this one that normally defines the chord. Okay, you know, this one has become this one, and it's still close to this. So this one is what makes the harmony sound balanced. But when it moves to the fourth, it creates suspense. Now, there's another way you can suspend, okay? Remember, the first suspended is 1, 2, 4. No, 1, 2, 5, right? Now I'm going to do a 1, 4, 5. So I'm going to go so close to her. So it's going to be... Yours doesn't move yet? All right, so 1, 2, go. Beautiful. First one again. 1, 2, go. Second one, I'm going to be the 2. 1, 2, go. Isn't that amazing? Different colors. Now, here's another thing you may find. Sometimes the note could start as a suspended chord and then relaxes. So suspense or tension and then release. Tension, release. Suspense, relax. Okay? So I'm going to do 1, 2, 5 and then I'm going to relax it to 1, 3, 5. We can do this. Remember, yours doesn't change. That's why I'm sitting in the middle, because I'm the one moving around, all right? Okay, let's go. 1, 2, go. Did you hear that? Let's do it again. Listen to me move from suspense to release. All right? So 1, 2, go. Did you guys hear it? Wow, that's beautiful, yeah? You can also do it the other way around. So that's what I'm going to do, okay? 1, 2, go. Did you hear that one? Amazing. Now, going back to the sus2, why do we need this kind of harmonies sometimes in our music? Now, the sus2, if you're looking for something open, gentle, spacious, something that sounds hopeful or reflective, then you can apply sus2 in that certain area of the harmony. But if you're looking for something tense, something that sounds expectant, dramatic, building toward a resolution, then you're going for the sus4. Sus4 is what you want to create in that part of the harmony. Many pop, rock, worship, folk and film composers use these chords and harmonies because they sound expressive without being overly complex. So what are the benefits? Now, if you are singing harmony, and this works exactly the same way if you play the piano, okay? So this is also beneficial for pianists, for musicians as well. Chords usually work the same way with harmony. vice versa. All right. Number one benefit is it makes harmony lines more melodic instead of having every voice move together. Like for instance, if let's say this is the melody, okay, we have 1 3 5, the basic one, the number one. So let's say for instance, this one moves down, this one also have to move down by the same measurement this one moved down to maintain the gap. This one also does the same thing, also moves the same degree or the same distance as this one. So every part move the same way or the same distance as the melody. But in a sus, you go beyond that rule. Okay, so that's why you can move so close to the melody or so close to the other parts. Another benefit of this kind of vocal harmony is it teaches you to hold notes confidently even when they create temporary dissonance. What is dissonance? Dissonance is something that sounds, out of the norm. Yes, it sounds out of the norm. It doesn't really sound as pleasing as the basic one, yet it sounds pleasing. So it creates temporary dissonance. What is normal to the human ears is the 1 3 5, okay, maintaining the same distance. But what doesn't sound normal or basic is a sus. Yeah, that's a good example. Now, a suspended type of harmony helps you hear and sing non-chord tones accurately. Also, it improves your awareness of how harmony moves and resolves. Now, here's the last thing you may find, and this is a little more technical, okay? Sometimes I could play around because remember, between the do and the sol, there's re and there's mi and there's fa. I have 3 choices to move around, right? Do, right? So I'm gonna go mi, fa, mi, re. Okay? So that's 3 4 3 2. You understand, right? Oh, how's this gonna sound? Perhaps you've heard songs where they use this before. So 1 2 go. Again, 1 2 go. Okay, so remember, you see what they did? That was amazing. They didn't leave me alone, because if they stopped before I finished my maneuvering, it's gonna sound exposed and it's not gonna sound that good. So you have the other parts have to hold their notes until I'm done. Now, I know the subject is sus, but I'm gonna give you something like a bonus, okay? I'm gonna move half step down to create what we call a minor. All right, so remember, she's so the 3 is gonna drop down half, okay, and that's introducing a chromatic note, or what we call an accidental. Remember, accidental means it's not in the diatonic notes. The diatonic note is the basic note used to form the whole music. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. All right, so let's go. We can do this. Oh my God, we can do this. 1 2 go. Sounds like we're watching a movie, right? Like a soundtrack to a movie. But that's it. That's a bonus information for you, just for you, here at TVL. This is the only place you get things like this. And I'm gonna show you a song where you can find this kind of harmony, the sus harmony, either sus2, suspended second, or the sus4. Okay, it's in so many songs, but right now this is the one I could find. Okay, okay, so let's use this song. 1 2 go. From the cross to hell and back. Did you hear that? That was the sus. She sang the alto part, all right? She sang the melody, the soprano voice, and I went back to my tenor, the lowest part. Now, I want us to make it sound good. I mean, it sounds good already, but let's add some nuances, okay? Like crescendo. And you notice how we started at the same time and ended at the same time? That's how you keep your harmonies clean. Now, are you ready? Let's add crescendo to cross, right? Agree? Cross. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, go. From the cross to hell and back. Let's do it again. Let's deep down a lot more, okay? 1, 2, go. From the cross to hell and back. Woo, that was good. The way we landed at the same time. I like it. What else? I think that's it for now. You notice how we pronounce the words, give it the same shape, everything the same. So there's a lot of discipline when backup singers sing. But when you're a solo singer, you can decide to add the crescendo or whatever nuance, dynamics you want to add any way you want to. Now, in rounding up, I want to say that plenty of songs use only major and minor harmonies. The Sus2 and Sus4 vocal harmonies are optional tools that composers and arrangers use when they want a richer or more expressive sound. If you are interested in singing harmony or arranging vocals, understanding these vocal harmonies can help you recognize why some harmonies feel stable while others create anticipation before resolving. And that's actually the difference between what is dissonance and what is not. What is dissonance sounds unstable. What is not dissonance sounds normal, stable. Yeah. So I hope you've learned a lot in today's video. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video as we discuss more harmonies and different ways you can make your harmonies better and richer. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and don't forget to click the like button and subscribe button. Let's get to 200,000 subscribers, okay, in the next few weeks. All right. And also don't forget to click the join button. The join button, as low as £1 you can get to support this channel. £1 a month. Yeah, it's amazing. So it's a way to support this channel, and also you get access to perks, and also you're distinguished as a very special member with a badge beside your name. You get priority before any others, okay? And you get access to some videos I release early that others won't see. Just by being a subscriber doesn't entitle you to see it. You won't be able to watch it until the very day it's released. But if you are a special member by clicking the join button, yeah, you'll be able to watch it way ahead of time. But anyway, there's a video there to explain everything, and I want to thank you once again for all your love and support as I keep rolling out these quality videos. Yes.
If you can talk, you can sing. There is really nothing to it.
Breathe in, breathe out, add a little vibrato. Yes, anyone can sing, but you gotta be consistent.
Know your do re mi is just like 1, 2, 3.
You will be the best and you will sing so well. It's time to sing with Frank.